Put something on.
Hello my friends and welcome back. It's Monday. Happy beginning of the week for you. But you know what didn't have a happy beginning of the
Hello,
week?
Moto.
Yes, that's right. The Assad's regime in Syria, Russian-backed Assad's regime, that is no more. Throughout the weekend, the Syrian civil war culminated. Altogether, the process took about 7 days for the entire regime to collapse. Now, in Friday, I remember covering this topic 2 days ago, and still, majority of the country was under the control of the Assad regime. Well, today, by the time you're watching this video, the entire country is under control of the rebels. Now, disclaimer before we begin, I will only show you most important photos, videos and bits of information to save your time. So by the time we're done with this video, you will know only the most important. Also, I think now I will cover in this video topics based on geographical location: Syria, USA, Ukraine, Romania and Georgia. Also, if you like what I do, you can support the channel and buy me a coffee. Link is in the description below. If you become a monthly member, I will send you this gray patch. Now, to ease you into the topic, I will just show you a 20-second segment of sneak peek for what you're about to see in this video. 2 bases have been established here in Syria and will operate permanently. He's talking about Russian bases when they were established. Khmeimim Air Base and Tartus Naval Base.
Everyone's leaving.
In Tartus and here in Khmeimim.
Still
And
here.
if the terrorists raise their heads again, he's talking about the rebels, by the way, we will strike them in a way that they have not yet seen. This is the promise of the Russian presidents in 2017 to Assad's regime and to the, rebels. Well, now let's get into modern day present day. Talking about Monday today. Before we look at the situation right now in Syria, I want you to know what happened Friday, Saturday and Sunday at the exact time those things happened. Extremely fast and bombs were just about to fall. Well, on Saturday, Kurdish forces have reportedly begun blocking certain Russian military facilities in the Trans-Euphrates region that Russian positions at the oil refinery in Homs Desert are also blocked. So Russian forces have been blockaded in several locations, but not yet all across the country. At the time frame we are in Saturday, 2 days ago. Fast forward hours, yes, I'm talking about below 10 hours, and the situation is already changed. Last Tuesday, Syria, these 2 sections right on the shore of the Mediterranean, and they're home to modern Russian bases. Mainly fast forward again, only a few hours, and the rebels enter Tartus, the city home to Russian naval base. Russian warships are based in the local Mediterranean port. Russian Telegram channels say that Russian bases in Syria have received orders to destroy any cargo vehicles related to transportation to prevent them from ending up in hands of the opposition. Now, yes, this is already almost Sunday, late evening of Saturday, and all Russian forces in Syria got an order from Moscow to destroy all of their military equipment that faces a threat of being captured by the rebels. By the way, you would assume Russians were being evacuated. But wait, you're in for a surprise. Around that time, a private jet started flying out of Damascus, the capital, and we have the flight path right here, and it disappeared from the radar. So there are rumors that it was being shot down, or it was shot down using an S-300, the Russian anti-air defense system. These are only rumors, we cannot confirm anything, but it did disappear off the radar. So by the time you see this video, you might have more information on what happened to this private jet from Venezuela. Now, the rumors are that it was Assad.
Oh, that's fairly cool looking.
What's that?
A mod ship that somebody made for Starfield.
Oh, yeah.
The Russians got yesterday, Sunday, naval assets got over yesterday on Sunday. The Ukrainian crew confirms that Russian Navy frigates have water which escorted a cargo out of the port this day. Additionally, this is Sunday, yesterday, early morning. Information of the U-76 carrying Russian troops away from the main areas. Around that same time, an order came from the Syrian General Staff to lay down their hours after this, so now we're at almost midday or noon of Sunday. This is how the Syrian state television responded to the ongoing events. State television. Victory of the Great Syrian Revolution and overthrow of the criminal Assad regime. And then we get this video, this footage at the same time. So yesterday noon, Sunday noon, former Syrian Prime Minister Mohammed Qazi al-Jalali leaves his home and hands over power to the Syrian Department of Military Affairs, led by the HTS. This more or less symbolic handing over of the power to the transition government, the transition regime group. They are the rebels, and they are now going to start the formation of an official Syrian government. But at the transition period, it's going to be a new. Now we jump to Europe because there are, Assad regime and terror caused over 12 million Syrians. Nations, Western states, 12 million Syrians. celebrations across Europe. These are the scenes in Berlin as hundreds of thousands of facade made of this reduction of refugees will also involve to cast a net of collaborators to infiltrate the governments across Europe and North America. This is how the collapse of Russia empire overall outside of Russia, also the collapse of Russia, disinformation, web, and control assets all across the world. And then, of course, we get footage like this. This is, I know it's a saying, but this is the reality. This is the road to Damascus. These are all the Now we have caught up, you know, the most important information that came out Saturday and Sunday, and now we are present day Monday in Syria, and I will open a new topic called Russian assets in Syria, Russian military personnel. How do they react? What is their situation? Well, first, let's go to Russia's two bases, which is this is a story. The city of Tartus has been liberated. We are here with our people from all sides. Christians, Alawites, Sunnis, Druze, and Ismailis. The Syrian people are number one. Our people are number two. Russians have they are so if they fight to the death, so be it. If they surrender, so be it. Some kind of a prisoner exchange with rebel governments, we don't know. What we know now is all of them have not yet surrendered, and still to this hour there are these puppets in Russia. In this video, we can see a Russian soldier breaking through a military base of Assad's troops. Wondering where others are from. There are countless billboards and Russian soldiers all around us. That's the reality that Assad's troops just dropped everything. Well, I don't have to it's because they have an actual video of those troops walking. There's so much you can just go and check out everything yourself. All the links are in the description also. This Russian soldier did it into his head. Here I bring to you a video of Assad's regime soldier very clearly answering this Russian soldier's question. Why everybody left? I quote, Iran and Russia sold us out. Russia sold us. Stop lying. We are now like Gaza. Dogs. Cleaning our blood and we use skins hiding behind. Let's say Assad's regime troops are basically only military bases along the shore of the Mediterranean. It is the loss of their business dollars worth of gold. Two bases from Africa. see more and more like this coming in the coming days. Yes, I will keep that in your way also. This is brought to us by Dental Companies. Here I will show the implications as it is well known that business models with pop-up dictatorships and putschists regimes are around the globe, including Africa, Mali, Burkina Faso, Nigeria, and Central also safe to assume that much of the operations in Africa that displace all operations in Africa. This business model could only thrive for as long as the which as well is our new interest regime partner alike remains the same. It might give capital people a new chance to get rid of the Russian the collapse of this business model for Russia not only the first cost of so losing that is a direct loss for Putin, because here his war machine in Ukraine is funded by a business model like this, and it just took a massive hit. Now let's go, I will pivot the topic again. This was Russians in Syria, now we'll go to Israelis in Syria. Israelis did react very heavily in the last 2 days with the fall of the Assad regime, and they reacted with bombardment. Government quarters in Damascus following an Israeli airstrike. Buildings housing Assad's intelligence, customs and immigration departments are burning. If the strikes were indeed done by Israel, it's a clear attempt to destroy sensitive files. Well, either sensitive files, missiles, weapons, whatever it is, Israel did not want this to be handed over to the rebels, so they decided to destroy it. In addition to government residents being bombarded in Damascus, the Mesech air base not far from Damascus was also under Israeli airstrikes. It was possible that the goal was to destroy the military equipment before the fighters, the rebels, got to it. Following this, Israel started a land invasion of Syria, starting from the Golan Heights, occupying the Syrian side of the Golan Heights. Following its capture this morning by Israel's special forces, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu traveled to Mount Hermon on the Syrian side of the Golan Heights, with him stating in the video, "This is a historic day for the Middle East. The collapse of the Assad regime, the tyranny in Damascus, offers great opportunity, but also is fraught with significant dangers." What dangers is he talking about? Well, nobody knows what the new rebel government is going to do, if there's going to be a civil war.
Greetings, Commander.
We have many videos like this one, and I'll read you the message of it. This is a Syrian rebel giving an interview with Israeli TV. Dear neighbors, friends from the friendly state of Israel, I'm talking to you, the people of Dara, are joyous after Assad's rule was finished. I'm speaking on my behalf and all of the free people.
I gotta admit, Elite Dangerous does look like a fun game, but I'm not getting a game that
government
Yeah,
and
the console versions aren't supported.
towards Israel and cooperative.
Yeah, I think it's a PC game.
It's a totally new power dynamic in the Middle East. Russia and Iran losing an ally, and Israel gaining. We don't know until we see it. Anyway, Israel is not waiting around.
You need to deploy your landing gear.
Today, fortifying the border, building out defensives on the border of Syria. See it, video.
One more safe landing. Commence shutdown.
Now
Welcome,
let's see
Commander.
how Iran is reacting to the fall of one of their most important allies. Fault
Ship has
lines
released.
are emerging.
Restrict speed until clear of our carrier.
Younger radicals are causing only major problems. The internal backlash inside Iran over the senior commander's handling of Syria has been overlooked. They found out too late and made late decisions. So, young oligarchs for handling the situation very poorly. They're blaming their own superiors and bosses of the failure. So, finger-pointing has begun in Iran. Then, President Biden of the United States of America came out with this sudden statement. I was not ready for this. President Biden announced
You are now clear of the area. This is flight control. Signing off.
This is unbelievable. And sending aid to Syria. Our approach has shifted the balance of power in the Middle East. We now see new opportunities. The U.S. will support Syria protecting any of our personnel against any threats. Another interesting video emerged from Syria, and in this video you can see a true attempt of cooperation in the future. If this really works, it's beautiful. Again, we gotta see it to believe it. But in this video in Latakia, Sunni, Alawite and Christian religious leaders reportedly gathered at the Hurriyet Mosque to discuss the situation after Assad's regime and reaffirmed the city's commitment to peaceful coexistence amidst recent developments. I would love to see that, but again, I need to see it before I can report this. Now, a ton of videos some car collections. Let's go through them just once so you can see what he built out, how many cars he owned. I think it's interesting to see. So, this is the personal car I saw. You can see it in the video. Like Half-Life 2. Tunnels on the ground, built out, well lit. Metal doors, automatic openings. I mean, it's massive security on the ground. There's plenty of vessels going Half-Life 3 might be about Syrian tunnels. So that previous video was Assad's younger brother, but now this video is Assad's own tunnels. And again, the Half-Life continues. You press a button, automatic doors open, massive metal doors open. There's another door behind it which also automatically opens, and you get into this massive tunnel system on the ground. I mean, whoa, nobody knew this existed. In this video you can see rebels taking over Assad's personal palace in the capital of Damascus, and it resembles Yanukovych's palace in Kiev, which I visited almost like 6 years ago. That palace and it houses over 100 luxury cars. This is Assad's personal luxury car collection. I mean, I love these. I love cars. I love them. But it shows the corruption of the system. We have all these prices, all this. Assad's tunnels and cars and bunkers. But now we will look at two very short threads about the aftermath.
I'll be back in a bit if y'all are still on.
Yeah, maybe.
But here are two of the important hypotheses of the future of the Arab So many are asking what comes next after the fall of Assad. But the question will take time when we look at Syria herself. More urgent is the question what happens abroad, and here you do have Lebanon is now in a unique situation which hasn't been there since the civil war in the 70s and 80s. Yes, Lebanon has a border with Israel and Syria. That's two countries. And now the new government of the rebels is supposedly pro-Israeli or wants to cooperate with Israeli soldiers. Borders now with two countries who are allies, supposedly. The situation is a total change of the power balance in the Middle East. Hezbollah has been severely weakened even before Assad's fall, but now they're completely cut off from Iran. The important land routes from Tehran to Beirut at all to Beirut, and supply from the sea takes time to be established. Syria is now an enemy of Hezbollah and Iran. The power structures in the region have completely flipped, and it is fair to say that we are in uncharted waters. Another very short bit of information comes from the HTS rebel group leader. Leader of HTS and presumptive interim leader of Syria, Abu Muhammad al-Yalani, I quote, "We are open to friendship with everyone. We have no enemies except the Assad regime, Hezbollah, and Iran. What Israel did against Hezbollah in Lebanon helped us a lot. Now we will take care of the rest." Again, these are only words, but if we see cooperative actions between the new Syrian government and Israel, then this is a death blow to Iran's power in the region. Israel and Syria would be a power couple in the area. With this, my friends, I will end the topic of Syrian civil war for today, and I will keep you in the loop in the coming days. Next video is on Wednesday. I will go on with other topics. I will jump to Ukraine now. And in Ukraine, Syria, but Ukraine used their sea drones to a beautiful effect. They used their sea drones, sea babies, that were equipped with kamikaze drones. So, sea drone, that on top of it is a kamikaze drone that lifts off and does extra damage. It is genius and it is beautiful. So what did they do with them? I want to watch the video with you because we don't get much footage like that. It is a Russian oil and gas tower near Crimea. I mean, it's occupied. It was Ukraine and now it's Russia. So they decided to attack these towers because also these towers serve as a military observation point for the Russians. And they rammed them with their sea drones, and beautiful explosions happened. And then kamikaze drones lifted off from the sea drones and dropped explosions on the towers. I mean, all of this is just fantastic, phenomenal. Damn, this is some Hollywood stuff. On another news during the weekend, Notre Dame, I don't know how to say Notre Dame, well, one of the most famous churches or cathedrals in the world, and definitely the most famous one in France, is reopened. This is the symbol of Paris, in a way, next to Eiffel Tower, and it burned, but now it will be reopened, and everybody was there. And when I say everybody, I mean Zelensky and Trump and Macron and even the Georgian president. And this is the video of Zelensky arriving to the opening ceremony of the Notre Dame. Sorry for butchering the name. Here you can see him meeting Macron. They are best pals, they're friendly, hugging. And now Zelensky enters the cathedral and see what people do. All the leaders of the world and politicians and famous people who are there, what they do. They stand up and they give him an applause of welcome. This is a beautiful sight to see. At the very same ceremony, Donald Trump was already there, and in this video
I can't tell. Oh, there you are. Well, I'm gonna head out, everybody. I gotta take a
All right,
shower
catch
and
you
do a
later.
bunch of shit.
Gotta live life.
Yeah, get a fucking adult. A bunch of bullshit. Hey, peace, homie. And see ya, chat. Have a good one, alright? We'll be back later today.